Hey, how's it going everyone? This is YLam here. In today's video, I want to go ahead and start a short little mini series about how I edit my videos together here on YouTube. A lot of people have been asking me about this, and I've been thinking about putting a YouTube video or a YouTube series together about this. So this is the first episode of the series. Now, a lot of people will just go ahead and dive straight into the software they use or the gear that they're using, but I'm going to go ahead and take a step down and do a step that's a little bit easier to accomplish, but it will save you loads of time, especially if you're really thinking about putting a schedule together to consistently create content. So the first thing we're going to talk about is music, because no matter what video you put together, adding music to it will really increase the production value. This is something that I've been struggling with for a very long time, and it's just really recently in the last couple of weeks that I've actually put a lot of effort and thought into it to actually try to organize it and make adding music to my videos a lot easier. So let's go ahead and dive into how I'm organizing my music. This is something that I've just recently started doing, and it's really helping my workflow. It's starting to speed up things. So if you go into my computer over here and you go into the music directory, what I have is several categories that I've been using, and it's been very helpful. I have a favorites directory. This is kind of my favorite music that I currently have right now. I kind of add music in and out of this directory, but like I right now have 3 of them in there, and they're kind of my favorites. So those are things that I just kind of want to keep a tab of because I use those very often in my vlogs, whether it's a short little area or it's the entire music clip. The 2 most important ones are the background and the B-roll. Background music is like if I have a clip that I really want to use, but there's like a hiss in the background noise or some sort of noise that I kind of want to drown out. What I often do is I actually add background music to it so that you don't hear that noise. This is one of the ways where, you know, it just helps production value when you know you can't actually remove the noise without having to distort the entire clip, which it can easily happen, especially if you're recording on the go. It's just one of those things where you have to account for. So having a library of a lot of background music that you like to be able to drown out some of the, the more annoying noises is actually a very good thing. Anytime you actually hear any of my clips, if you hear me talking but I'm actually playing music, it's most likely I'm trying to drown out a noise that I don't want you to hear because it's very annoying. Now, the B-roll clip is something where for all of your transitions or any type of music that you want to listen to when you're kind of going through a montage. This is something that's, I think you see in a lot of YouTube videos right now, in which you're trying to, just convey time, or you're trying to get through in an area where you're just trying to show a bunch of small clips. This is something that you really want a nice collection of. It's really music that can be anything. It just has to be something that you like. I wouldn't try to imagine what your audience will like because you'll just drive yourself crazy. Just go ahead and select a large group of music that you like. It's just going to make your life so much easier. Now, when you're going through this process, I highly recommend not going with a paid music service, especially if you're starting out. A couple of years ago, if you went to the YouTube music library, it was actually kind of small, but really in the last, year or so, the music library on YouTube is excellent. There's plenty of music there. If you go to their audio library on YouTube, there's just a ton of music, and they're also adding new ones all the time. So what I would do is I would go ahead and I would go down this list and I would just listen to the music. And as I listen through each of these musics, I will find out which one that I like. And if I download that particular piece of music, I would go ahead and I would just toggle the star on just to ensure that I know that I went ahead and downloaded that piece of music. That way I won't re-listen to it. And occasionally I would come back in here and I would just check out if there's any new music that I want to download. This is going to take a few hours of your day, but if you just do it once and go down the entire list, you're going to have a wide array of music that you can use, and it's going to be available to you right away, and that makes a world of difference. So this is my recommendations for the first thing you do before you even start editing your first video together, is to go ahead and just go through the whole music library on YouTube completely free and just download the music you like. organize it the way that you like it. You know, it doesn't have to be my method. It can be your method, whatever you like. And then you can have it available to you when you start editing. This will take quite some time, but it's actually kind of fun, and it's a very easy step, and you feel like you're accomplishing something, which is great for when you start this, you know, process of learning how to edit videos together, because it can be quite difficult. Not saying I'm an expert at it, but every single time I do one video, I know I am getting a little bit better. I'm seeing things that I didn't see when I first started, and that's what's important. The entire thing is a learning process, and this is an easy way to get started, and you feel like you're accomplishing something. What's also on YouTube is a sound effects tab. I actually have not gone through the entire list of it, but that's going to be the next thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and go down every one of these, and I'm going to listen to them, and I'm going to download them and have it sorted out so that I can use them. It's not something that I want to overuse, but you know, if it's actually something that's going to add to the production value and it's subtle, that's definitely something that I want. So this is a great place to start. Definitely look at all of it. And what we're going to go ahead and do in the next video is we're going to go ahead and dive into how I use Adobe Premiere Pro and also Adobe Audition. In my opinion, you need both those applications to make a really good video on YouTube nowadays. One of them is going to be for video, that's Adobe Premiere Pro, and the other one is Adobe Audition, and that's going to be cleaning up your audio. Just going to go through the basics of it for the next video, but yeah, if you're interested, definitely join me. Thank you so much for watching.